Good morning, everyone. This is We Be Talking. We are back on this 4th of July, bringing you some juicy news today about how to keep your marriage spiced up. All right. Everybody
Woo!
today, do something quick and simple and, needful, especially during the holidays, want to keep it spicy.
We be talking, what's the word? Everything you never heard. We be talking, oh, talking.
Y'all been married a long time. So that means that y'all have lots of little tricks and whatever to tell our audience how to keep their relationship spicy.
Well, I
Everybody
mean, you're
do it.
Jamaican, and I know Jamaicans have a lot of tricks. I don't think it has anything to do with the longevity of a marriage. I think it has something to do with the creativity of a person because you can be married a long time and not know what to do and
Absolutely.
not
True.
spice it up. So I disagree with being
Well,
married
I
But
mean, I
people
know
got some
that
stuff.
y'all,
a long time.
so are you saying that yours isn't spice up? I was saying it because I feel like y'all got a spicy
Oh no,
relationship.
we hot over here.
That's
No,
what I'm
but
talking about. I
no,
ain't talking,
but
that's what I'm talking about.
No, but I'm just saying, I don't think it has anything to do. I think you could be a little, but because I know you're a little spicy, just some of the ideas. Because I get a lot of my ideas from you. You be talking and stuff. I get a lot of.
Oh, she talking about you, Cam.
I'm
She
talking
got
about
She's
you,
you.
talking
she gets
about
some
you,
Yeah,
Bear.
ideas.
that's you, bear you. Like tables and different things of that nature. If you don't need me to expound, so I mean,
Well,
We were married. You were married
Oh, and
before
Kim,
anyway. So
don't,
hold on. We're
don't
not talking about Kim. We talking about some marriage.
And Kim done gave me a couple of tips too.
Yeah.
Don't let me go into detail because then they
Do
really
not.
gonna know
Do not.
who Kim really is if I tell y'all the tips she gave.
Whatever. I
listen.
I think, I that with time, we come up with things together. Like
Oh,
individually, I don't know what to do, why to do, if to do. I'm always comfortable with me, but my comfortableness is not always good. For the spouse. Sometimes spicing it up is uncomfortable to one person because I don't they don't it's like me.
or if
So
it's
definitely,
out of
huh?
your norm or out of your
Yeah,
element.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, I think with time, we started back dating. We went back to dating.
That's-
Oh, that's
And
nice.
like now the kids are with my parents, and it's like we got the house ourselves. We was sitting there looking at each other like, what we gonna do?
Wait a
We
minute.
take responsibility of, making sure everybody
Wait a
ate.
minute now.
Not like that. I'm saying,
I ain't doing no handstands and stuff.
cellophane right. No, we not. But it's been fun. We jump up, we say, hey, well, let's do this. Spontaneous, we go somewhere and it's just us.
Yeah.
Not saying we don't miss our kids, of course we do, but that break time and it
Yes.
feels like we dating again. It feels
Yeah.
like he come to pick me up, but he was down the hall. Come on, let's get ready, let's go.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
It sounds like you
And
guys are getting a little rejuvenation, a
yeah,
little
yeah,
rejuvenation in your relationship to,
yeah,
kind of spice it up and,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's so sweet.
It's been fun, and we ain't really ever done it, so it's new, and it's almost feel like selfishness.
I don't know. I understand exactly how you feel, Kim.
Yeah,
My mom have gotten my kids for the summer every year since they've been very small, and
yeah,
it does. It feels like a rejuvenation. You can do stuff. You have the freedom. You have a
yeah,
little bit of money because you ain't really
yeah,
financially feeding or taking care. So you
yeah,
have a little bit more things to do, and it feels so good like to just go somewhere spontaneous.
yeah.
And then you be looking around like, oh, what about the kid? The kids ain't. You forget what it is. It's
And
fun.
then everybody think that it's gonna be like, pound for pound every night, and you're gonna be doing this, and we be in that sleep. You hear me?
I was to say, but I say you don't.
I I mean
I
that
don't know.
comes, but it's not like everyone would think. Like, oh, the
Yeah.
kids gone. We ain't
I
got the house,
say,
we ain't got to
I
do this.
say you don't.
No. It goes down. But I'm saying,
Okay.
but I'm saying the first few days, you like, let's just get a nap, you know?
Oh yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't know if this is too personal. I don't know if this is too personal, but do you find yourself like getting intimate in different places now that
Girl,
the kids
yeah.
aren't in the house, or just, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a COVID-19 quarantine the house when they before
Ah,
they
yes.
Oh no, ain't no yes. Ain't nobody coming over there to eat.
Yes.
Don't be inviting nobody over there for dinner.
this is
Ah,
I still find myself shutting the door. I was shutting the door, right? He's like, why are you shutting the door? Like, he said, no kid said it's just us. I was like, oh. Well, in that case, why were you even in the bedroom? You know? That's supposed to happen.
you better get it, Kim. I knew it. Listen.
Tamara is so spicy. Look,
Tamara is a man.
viewers, Tamara is so spicy. If you do me a favor while you're watching this video, look at her reactions, watch her ad libs.
Oh yeah.
She's like, it'll just tell you so much.
And that's
But
about to
Kim,
be like,
I want to expound on one thing. A lot of people look at like spicing up your relationship as a sexual thing, but
right.
but honestly, I think that connection, you reconnect, dating, going out, little time spending, writing down. I found out like when you write down different things, like he write down things that he like for you to do, nothing negative, and you write down things that you like. You guys, that communication, you have something to talk about when you're on your date, when you're spending time together. I think those are some really key things, because communication makes everything better. If you guys aren't here, then when it's time to come here, it ain't gonna be right. So I feel
there
like,
you go.
yeah,
There
I feel
you
like
go.
so that's one of the things we started doing, especially when we didn't have the kids, like you were saying, Kim.
Right.
When mom and them had them, it just gave us a break. We had time to actually, let's sit down and talk about what's coming. Because my husband always say, he started saying years ago, these kids gonna leave us one day, and I don't want to be married for the. He always said, I don't want to be married for the kids. I want to be married for us. He was like, when the kids leave, I want us to still have our, we want to.
Yes, your relationship, your friendship, everything.
Yeah, he always said these kids gonna leave one day, and it's coming to be true, my girls.
Hey, so let me ask y'all another question. Are you guys crock pot, or are you a skillet?
I'm not. I'm about to call somebody name out. She was about to get a shout out. Hey,
Courtney. I'm gonna call her name. Hey, Courtney girl. Courtney says she a skillet.
I'm not gonna say no. First off, I got too much going on in my life to be a skillet. Okay.
I'm definitely a crock pot. So for those who don't know, what is a crock pot, Tamara?
What I understand, so if you think about a crock pot and how it works, like when you're cooking a crock pot meal, you put it in there and it simmers over a specific amount of time. It's a long time, longer than you would cook a regular meal on the stove top. So say, for example, you put some food in a crock pot and you leave it there for 6 hours or whatever, you come back and it's all done. So that compared to intimacy, if your spouse is intimating with you throughout the day, get you ready for, later on when, you'll come home and the kids are fed and dinner's done or whatever, and then you're winding down in with you guys is with your time or whatever. And then bam, but it can't just start right there. Intimacy has to start from the moment you wake up until the moment you get back into bed or wherever it leads you to. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a crock pot is now. The skillet is a person who's ready, whatever time, whenever, bam, let's go.
Blow on them and boop, there you go.
So I got a question. What is one thing that your spouse, or either, Tamara, that you can see in the future would be something that you would love for your spouse to do to get you there, like mentally, and what can he do? It don't have to be sexually.
And that was so smart, Kim. Go ahead, Tamara.
But listen, let me tell you something. I think this has a lot to do with my love language. When I tell you, don't buy me no gifts. You know how some people like gifts or whatever. Gifts don't do nothing for me. But if you can sit there and watch a movie with me, spend time with me, that's how you tell me you love me. When you're here with me, and I don't mean like, like needy, can't go nowhere because I'm like, oh my gosh, where you going? Not like that, but like, spend time with me, like make me feel like you want to be around me, spend time with me. I love that. I crave that. I need that. If I can't get that in a relationship, it's not going to work out because I need that. I need to know that you want to be around me. You want to be with me. And if that's lacking, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work.
Are you a hand holder and all that stuff? Like,
I'm very touchy-feely, hand holding. I'm down with PDAing. I'm all for PDAing.
Totally.
I love PDAing. I don't mind. It's like if I'm with somebody, when I'm with them, it's like nobody else around. Like if we're out, it's just us. I don't really see nobody else or pay attention to nobody else. It's just us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
When I was younger, that was me.
Yeah, PDAing
stuff. But as I got older and my mama is right here. So let's not go down. Look, she in the back going about.
About to say.
Look, she's about to be transparent. It's a matter But a couple of those accidents, I really don't want her to hear me say them. She can watch it, but anyway, I want to say
in the room. You might get a shoe or something thrown at you.
Listen, it was one time. You know what I also like too? It was one I think I told Kim this too, but I told Sheikah. It was one guy in particular that we weren't really dating. We were just, I think we were just having fun, right? And let me tell you something, spontaneous. I love that. When you could be spontaneous and so this guy, man, he had like called and was like, hey, what you doing? I'm like, well, I'm at work, I'm on duty or whatever. So he was like, okay, well, meet me here, sent me an address and said, meet me here. And so I got to the place and it was a park, right? And so he met me at the park and I'm like, what's going on? It's the park, So we went to the park and, we start walking. Next thing you know, he was like, all right, stop, cover my eyes. We get to this, he led me to some place in the park. And then like, when he finally removed his hand from my eyes or whatever, it was a picnic. It was like a whole picnic already set up. So he had went to the park previously, set up the whole picnic, and then like led me there. And we had like a whole picnic in the park. Now, the thing about it is that made it exciting was we weren't supposed to be at the park because it was nighttime. It's illegal to be in the park after dark. Yeah, you can't be in the park after dark. Yes, girl. So we were in the park after dark at nighttime, girl, and woo, Lord. But anyway.
Oh God. But honestly, okay, guys, take notes because I talk to a lot of guys, especially like when my husband was younger, he used to say, I don't even know how to be romantic. And we started like doing some research and it has gotten a lot better over the years. He was like, I don't even know what that's about, especially like when you're very young, talking to you, young, married couple, when you're very young, talking to people who's older, it takes research and different things like that. That was like a real seasoned guy. That was very sweet, very romantic, very nice.
Very, yeah.
Oh yes, and he was seasoned.
Like spontaneous.
He was seasoned, very seasoned.
Mary, Mama is in the room.
Let me come. Sorry,
she do not care.
Let me come on back.
If y'all ever hear my mom and my auntie talk, what we doing is nothing compared to my mom and my auntie.
Let me come on back. Let me come on back. Oh, Jesus. I gotta make sure I say a special prayer tonight.
Y'all know something simple that excites me. I mean, it's simple, right?
What's that, Kim?
I'm telling you, it don't happen a lot because me and my husband both in the military, work schedules are off, whatever.
Girl, what is
it's simple. He'd call and say, hey, do you want to go eat lunch?
Oh, you know what? That's very sweet.
I'm like,
it don't matter.
Let's go.
What you do, Kim? When Vernon called you, say you want to get?
I don't care if I've already eaten. I'm on the other side of town.
I know that's right.
Where you meet you at? I don't. It's real simple, but it's like you thought about me
I
enough.
bet you can be like, yeah, I want to go eat lunch.
Listen there. So what time we going?
How we going?
I'm telling you, plenty of times I would have already eaten. It's just to spend that time, with them throughout the day, because I know you got to go back to work. I got to go back to work or whatever, but we got to see each other for a little bit today. And even when we were dating, we were on the same shift, and he would come to my office, and I would tell the guys in my shop, because I work with most of the guys, not like that. Look, we used to be on the same ship, and the guys would tease me about me really liking this dude. And I'm like, no, we just friends, whatever. But every day clockwork, he would come knock on our door, and the dudes would open the door and they were like, Jackson, you got company, like we were at home or something, like we on the ship. I don't have, this dude just come.
It's a family on the ship.
Yeah, he would come get me, and we would just go eat on the mess break, and then we go our separate ways. That was so much for me,
Yeah.
Now, like, you ain't got to do much. Call me for lunch.
That's the thing. A lot of women, it don't take a lot for, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to go above and beyond and do the most extravagant things. Yeah. It's the small things that make a difference.
That's true. Especially when you're not,
people got kids, right?
You're not expecting it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Sheeta. If you're not expecting it and they come up with it
right.
on their own, they thought about it on their own, it's like, gosh, even if it's something that you don't like, the fact that they thought about it on their own, they put the thought in it.
One time he was so disappointed because he wanted to go out with me, and I was with Tamara doing something that he was totally against. He was like,
let me tell you what it was, y'all. Let me tell you, it was Valentine's Day. Let me tell it was Valentine's Day. Hear how crazy this was. Sheikah was at the lawyer's office with me because I was getting a divorce. I was signing my divorce papers on Valentine's Day. Yeah. So girl, Daniel wanted to go up, but people wanted to be there for me because I was all distraught and
Yeah, and you needed a witness.
Who gets divorced on Valentine's Day?
You needed a witness, and he was like, "Who get a divorce on Valentine's Day?"
On Valentine's Day.
And everybody at work was like, "Daddy just came here. He was mad. He dropped the flowers off on the desk. He dropped And then
I'm sorry, Daniel. I'm sorry,
girl. When I got to the restaurant with him, he acted as though nothing was the problem. Oh, he was just so calm. He was just like, "Look at you, hey, babe."
You know why? Because he knew what was in store. He knew what was in store.
I'm just like, over the phone, you was blowing smoke.
But get this though, this is how close of a family we are. He loves Tamara. It's like another brother. I think.
Yeah.
And he don't look at it as, you just took my wife. Oh, Valentine's Day, and I got all this planned,
Right.
He gonna look at you for a little bit, but
that day, because Daniel had plans that day.
Right.
I think he was trying to surprise
her. Yeah, he was
trying to surprise her, and
it was because it didn't go the way he had planned.
Yeah.
I was supposed to be at work like I was every day. He was gonna come in the office and let's go, but it just didn't work out.
Like my husband, he ain't a planner at all. Like I am the planner in the relationship. Like I plan everything out to a T, so he don't even look to do it. But a long time I was telling him, you need to plan, you need to, think about it, you need to study. He's like, I have no idea, of what to do. And I remember when we had got stationed in Florida, we had nobody, because I'm usually around you guys, it's usually around your families or whatever. So we had moved to Florida. And I'm telling him my birthday was coming up, but I ain't gonna do nothing because my people are in Virginia, and I'm like, and of course he ain't gonna plan nothing, I'm like, he ain't gonna plan nothing. He jumped through hoops when I tell you. The guys in my shop, he came to my shop and said he wanted to do this thing for me. He wanted to plan it out and he wanted to make it special for me. And I'm thinking like, this ain't gonna be good. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew he was talking to people in my shop. But he ended up setting up a whole day at Top Golf, like for the whole side. He brought
Good job, Vernon.
He got a cake. I'm like, he got a Wonder Woman cake at that, right?
Oh, yes.
He got like big letters with my number the number of my age. So some of the girls in the group was like, "Why'd you do that?" You know, women are like, like, I'm trying to do anything I could do to, show her that
Yeah.
I planned, and he did. He planned everything out. Now, I went in there and I'm thinking like, why are we here? What is going on? My people are not here. What are you talking about? But when I say them people showed up, like my whole shop basically showed up. The guys that I hang out with, they
Yeah.
showed up. They bought gifts. They played golf. It was set up really, really nice.
That's
And
nice.
I'm like, I cannot believe he did this. So now that you've shown me, you can plan. So
Listen, now you're gonna expect it, right?
right, right. And he's just been trying to plan a little bit, each time. So he's gotten better. So I just want to encourage you guys out there that have no idea about what to do for your spouse or your girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. A little bit goes a long way. Like they were saying, pay attention to the little things.
And not only that,
Yes.
you got to get to know your spouse or what it is.
Right,
Sometimes it don't even have to be something you like.
right.
I remember one time Dane came home and just cooked something because he had already had it cooked, but that was
Yeah.
out of the norm, out of the routine. And I was just like, the food wasn't even that good. But the
You
The
let
fact,
me
fact
watch
that he
you
the
did
watch.
it.
fact that he
The
put
fact,
in effort and he heard some of the things I had said without even mentioning to me, that said.
Right,
And then this one time that really stuck out, I am a very cold natured person. We talk about little things that spice it up,
right. Little
very
bit.
cold nature. And I was just getting out the shower. And I had, when you take the shower, you have your towel and stuff waiting. So when you get out, you put your stuff on. And I got out the shower looking for my towel. And I'm like, where my towel? And when he came back, he had took it out of the dryer and brought it to
oh,
me, and it was
Oh,
warm. It was just a regular day. It was
yes.
no special day, no. But he'd be like, because when I get out the shower, he always said, "You always cold, you always cold," and it was so warm. It was the sweetest thing. It was
yeah.
the sweetest thing. It was like, I'm like, okay, that.
The key thing you said was pretty much no strings attached. Like it don't
Yeah,
have to be
it
to
wasn't an
something else.
anniversary, it wasn't a
Right,
birthday,
right.
it was just a regular day, and I think those are the moments that stick out when it's not for a reason. You just do
Right.
Yes.
it
It's just
because you love
because.
it's just because
Just because. Yeah.
those are things, the just because days are what spice up or what keeps
Absolutely.
I would say the fire burning. Like my
Yes.
husband always say, we gotta want each other when the baby's not here. So
Yes.
because a lot of times you live for the kids. You're doing this, you're
Yeah.
doing this, you're doing this. And depending on your life experience, I know for me and him, my mom and dad got a divorce when I was a child. His dad and mom wasn't even together at all when he was a child. So
Yeah.
it's a big deal for us to be together for our children.
Right,
But
right.
he often tell me we don't want to get that misplaced with just being together for the kids.
Yeah.
You know, we want to be together for each
I
other.
I experienced something through my parents. I'm gonna say it. I don't know how comfortable they feel with it, but I think it'll help somebody else, right? So many of you know I got it's 5 of us totally that my daddy has. We have um uh, my me, my sister, my brother, the ones that I was raised with in the same house with. We have a brother and a sister that also, by my daddy, right? So growing up, we seen a lot of they still together now. That's the part I'm trying to get to. They still together now. So with struggles of having outside kids, we seen
Mm.
we seen a little bit of this, a little bit of that, right? So
Yeah.
it's hard to see what it takes to make a relationship work if you're not in the house, right? So we were
Yeah.
in the house and seeing that it takes a lot of communication, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of understanding, stuff like that, right? So um, growing up,
Compromise.
growing up, we weren't really allowed per se to hang around my brother and sister as much as we would like, for the simple fact there's conflict, not saying we didn't love each other, we didn't deal with each other like that, because we did. But as we got older, I joined the Navy. I remember my mom kind of setting up a dinner for my brother and my sister that are outside, that my dad had on outside. And like y'all know my daddy, he real shy, he real reserved. I'm gonna go with the flow. I ain't gonna ruffle no feathers. It is what it
He
is.
wasn't that shy, Kim. He wasn't that shy.
So as he's older, yeah. So back in
Oh,
the day,
he
he
is.
was a, you know, he was out there. But anyway,
Oh, you ruffling
that's
some
my
feathers,
daddy.
right?
But no, I remember being on the phone because I was in Guam. I was stationed in Guam at the time, and when this happened, I was away, and I'm like, dang, I wish I could be there to experience it. But she set this little thing up for Christmas and invited them over. And my sister said, so I'm gonna put all their business out there. So my sister said what she witnessed was as they were leaving, like everybody had ate, you know, she met everybody because my sister has kids, so she brought the kids. My mom met them, and you know, they kind of took a liking to her, and you know, so it was just an amazing sight to see because all our life this never happened. And so when they got ready to leave, my sister said she seen my daddy standing at the top of the steps with my mom. And the look on his face was as if, you know, his whole world was complete. Like I've been waiting all my life for you to get to a place, you know,
Yeah.
to be able to say, okay, this they're here, you know. And seeing that catapult their marriage
Yes.
level simply
Talk
because
about spicing it up.
forgiveness took place.
Forgiveness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Forgiveness
Oh,
took place. You know,
that sets us up right for our next video. Forgiveness.
how important it
And
is.
how important forgiveness could be for a relationship.
Right.
How many relationships are you in and you're holding your spouse for something they had done years ago?
Yes.
And that's a block or hindering, and you wonder why you don't really want them, or you're not feeling them, or he don't do it for you no more, why you can't get in the mood, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Those
Vagina
are
just dry.
It's
Can't get wet for nothing. Sorry.
You're gonna need all kind of assistance. Tamara, shut up.
Okay.
No, but honestly, that's
It's
like
true,
you
though.
wonder why you.
Yeah.
I told y'all my mom was here, so this makes this a little bit harder. No, but true. So
Absolutely.
you gotta work through that. That's awesome story.
Yes.
Talking, oh, talking.